There is a kind of love that does not rush. It does not show off. It does not need to prove itself. That is the love of Taurus. Quiet as the fertile soil beneath one's feet. Silent, yet sustaining an entire lifetime. Many believe they understand Taurus until they realize the deepest part of Taurus is touched by very few. Theme: secrets reserved for the few. Today, we gently reveal the 4 rare zodiac signs who can love Taurus in the way they truly need. Not loudly, not hurriedly, but in a way that reaches all the way into the soul. And please stay until the very end, because the number 1 position does not merely love Taurus. They heal them in a way that transforms both. Before we begin, softly share your zodiac sign and your birth date in the comments if you wish. Your presence always matters. 4. Capricorn. The one who understands that Taurus's silence is a vow. There is something very few people realize. When Taurus is silent, it is not coldness. It is the moment they are guarding an inner vow, a vow not to betray their own emotions. Capricorn understands this instinctively. They do not try to pull Taurus out of their stillness. They do not question, do not rush, do not fear the empty space. Capricorn stands there, calm and steady, as if saying to Taurus, "Stay, I am still here." In spots at 80 people, so am I. The bond between Taurus and Capricorn is not built on flowery promises, but on the endurance of 2 souls who choose to remain day after day. Both understand that true love does not need noise to prove its existence. It lives in quiet evenings, in unwavering presence, in trust that does not need to be spoken. Capricorn sees Taurus's emotional strength, not a strength that erupts, but a strength that endures, the strength of one who has lived through enough wounds to know that only what is steadfast is worthy of being kept. And Taurus, beside Capricorn, for the first time, allows themselves to soften their armor. No need to brace themselves as strong. No need to be anyone's anchor. Simply to exist. The quiet lesson here is this: love is not always an act of moving forward. Sometimes, to love is to stand still together and to trust that tomorrow will still be there. Cancer. The one who touches Taurus's heart without causing pain. Cancer does not ask Taurus how they are feeling. They sense it. They notice the tiniest changes in Taurus's eyes, the silences that linger a little longer than usual, the smiles that arrive half a beat late. And they understand. Behind that calm exterior is a heart that has loved deeply, sincerely. Taurus loves with an almost absolute loyalty. Once they commit, they carry responsibility, memories, and even unspoken fears. Cancer does not try to dig into those fears. They create a space safe enough for Taurus to open up willingly. This bond carries a very clear healing quality. There is no pressure to say everything. In distro, no demand to be stronger. In 24s, only a gentle presence, like water embracing earth, soft yet enduring. Cancer teaches Taurus a profoundly human lesson, that love does not mean having to carry everything alone. That sometimes, allowing oneself to be vulnerable, is also a form of courage. And Taurus, with their quiet emotional strength, in turn teaches Cancer that loyalty does not need to be loud, and stability can be the safest refuge for a sensitive heart. When Taurus is with Cancer, they do not need to be on guard. They do not need to wonder whether this love will disappear. They simply need to be there and be loved exactly as they exist. Virgo, the one who loves Taurus with silent devotion. Virgo does not enter Taurus's life with grand promises. They arrive through the smallest acts of attentiveness. They notice how deeply Taurus values stability. They understand that Taurus is not seeking intense emotions, but a life they can lean on. Virgo loves Taurus by quietly arranging the world around them, silently tidying the chaos, silently fixing what feels out of place, silently protecting the rhythm of life. Taurus needs to feel safe. Taurus, long accustomed to carrying burdens, for the first time feels a very unfamiliar kind of love, a love that does not require being stronger, a love without the worry of, will this person stay? Minute, Because Virgo stays through actions every single day. This bond is not showy, yet it is as steady as breath. Virgo sees the value in Taurus's steadfastness. They do not see it as boring, but as something rare and sacred. And Taurus, with their deep, grounded emotional strength, in turn teaches Virgo that not everything needs to be fixed. Every said, some emotions only need to be protected. The lesson hidden within this relationship is, true love sometimes does not make the heart race faster, but makes life feel more at peace. Scorpio, the one who sees all of Taurus and still chooses to stay. If there is a bond written by destiny, then it is Taurus and Scorpio. Scorpio is not deceived by Taurus's calm exterior. They sense the emotional currents swirling deep beneath the surface, the fear of betrayal, the memories that have not yet healed, the love that was held back for far too long. And, strangely enough, Scorpio does not leave. They look directly at it all and say through their presence, I see everything. Taurus loves very slowly, but once they love, they give their entire soul. Scorpio is among the few deep enough to understand the weight of that gift. They do not take Taurus's loyalty for granted. They cherish it as a treasure. This love is not gentle. It is a shedding of skin. It is healing through confrontation. It is learning how to trust again after old breakages. Scorpio teaches Taurus that love does not mean losing control, but daring to let another touch the most vulnerable part of oneself. And Taurus teaches Scorpio that steadfastness can be stronger than fear, and true loyalty can soften even the deepest darkness. This is not just love. This is the rebirth of two souls who chose each other, not because it was easy, but because turning away was no longer possible. A closing whisper for Taurus alone. If there is a kind of love that needs no proof, it is Taurus. They love the way Earth loves the roots of a tree, not clinging, not holding tight, just quietly being there, nourishing, protecting, and waiting. Taurus does not rush to give their heart, but once it is given, they give it with a lifetime of steadiness, with loyalty that never changes direction, with emotional strength deep enough to hold all the wounds of the one they love. This journey reminds us that true love is not loud in order to be seen. It exists in staying, in days where there is nothing to show, yet still choosing to hold each other's hands tightly. Taurus teaches us something profoundly human. That slow does not mean weak, silence does not mean empty, and steadfastness is not stubbornness, but a sacred vow made to one's own heart. And if you have ever been loved by a Taurus, know that you were chosen, not for a moment, but for a journey, quiet, deep, and remaining for a very long time within each other's hearts.